Alrighty, good morning, 01 of 1 here. How's it going? As you can see, we did just log in, so the textures aren't quite loaded yet. We didn't do much beyond the end of the last video except go and get the trike. And also I charged it up a little bit too, so. But let's take this guy for a quick little ride. Yeah, take that off a charge, and let's see. So basically, I just want to kind of get a better idea of where we are in relation to where the base is, because I think what ended up happening is we can actually go farther, or forward, I should say, a little bit more. So this is where the base is, right? So you can kind of see it down there. And we can get to it. Well, I mean, it depends on how long I want that bridge to be, or viaduct, or whatever I'm going to call it. Okay, so there's that, and you can kind of barely see. Oops, I need to get this thing straight. There we go. So you can kind of see the scar in the mountain, and it's like way over there. So we can probably go forward another 300 meters or so. Let me get this thing so I have something to point with. Okay, so I think the scar kind of ends right over there. In fact, you can kind of see the ship right in there. And we can probably bring this over to about here. So that's a little bit farther than we can go. So I think I'm going to go and do that. So what I need to do is go and get the road leveler and bring it all the way back through. And then it's actually going to work out pretty nicely, because that'll give you guys a chance to actually, see it in action. So I'm going to go and grab that. Oh, I called this the buggy. I think I like trike better, though. I mean, it is a buggy, but, also a trike. So, trike buggy? Buggy trike? I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll just interchangeably call it both names. It's like it's got its name and then like a middle name. And then this also gives you a pretty good view of what I've done so far. And yeah, so you can see like where it's going up kind of that way. So we are relatively level right now. So if we were to just drop down a little bit and show you kind of, looks like I need more downward thrust. Okay. So yeah. So you can see if I'm looking at this level, you can see how we've got kind of went up a little bit, or down, I should say. But then from over here, like we went up quite a bit. And that's because I was still trying to figure out like all the settings and everything on the leveler, but I think I've got that all figured out now. So let me go and get it. And then I'll park the trike on it somehow, some way, and bring it along with me. Okay. That'll work. Also, battery off. Need to save as much as I can there. Okay. So let's see. We need. Yo, what happened to my batteries? Why you no work? How is that wheels? What? I am so confused. Hang on. Something got weird. Okay. Oh. Well, this is supposed to be not these. Hello? I just unselected all of these things. Or is it because I have to select these things first? I'll figure it out. We'll get there. Okay, and then I can go and unselect the rest of these. Dude, why? Okay, fine. You want to be dumb? We will be dumb. Wheels, road, leveler. And then this. Oh, and some of these are set to drain. Okay. Let's see, batteries, road, leveler. Okay, and then I need all of you to be on auto, and then all on recharge. Okay. Oh, I know what this is. So this is part of the name, and I don't actually have the programmable block on here that does that. So I mean, I could put that on here. That way it would kind of fix all that. I'm not really that worried about it though. Okay, and then we need, so wheels are now doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then we go into control 2, yeah. And that is where I messed everything up. So now we have the actual batteries. Recharge on off, there we go. Okay, so let's turn this guy back on and get it moving. And then what is our speed at? I think if we're going 5 meters per second approximately, that means that the max speed is probably set to 20. So you can see the way that it's kind of pitching forward, that this thing is rather front heavy. So that's why you got to be kind of careful when you're going downhill. I was thinking about maybe possibly potentially putting some wheels forward, but then I realized that that actually wouldn't work with the leveling, because if you put wheels forward, what's going to happen is it's going to pitch the entire leveler up as soon as you hit something that is higher than where all the base wheels are at. So it's very, very, very important that all of the wheels be on an area that has already been leveled, rather than an area that, you know, still needs to be leveled. So a way that you can offset this is you can put a thruster on the back, pointed down, good old kind of Joshy special. And that way, you know, it'll kind of force the back end of this thing down, which, you know, could be a good idea. It might work, but I don't know. But yeah, you can see the drill arm kind of just swinging back and forth depending on the level. So yeah, this thing, it works very, very well. And then I think I'm going to have to build a little indent into, or dig, I should say, an indent into the mountain. Whoa, what was that? Got too close to the wall. Okay. And you can see the back wheels lifting up right now. So when you go slower, like, you don't have to worry about this as much. And you can see the wheels kind of popping up and down. So the strength here is roughly what it needs to be on the wheels. I mean, I could put it a little bit lower, but then I'm just worried that I'll be, you know, banging the actual wheel hubs on the ground. I don't know. Okay, come on, move over to the side. Over to the side, over to the side. And the reason why it's pitching forward so much is because we are actually headed downhill, even though it doesn't really look like it. But you can see that the crosshair is below the artificial horizon. Yeah, so right now we're moving 5 or 6 times faster than we were moving when we were originally drilling this out. So to give you an idea of how slow this actually was, we were literally crawling along. Oh, I'm gonna have to move the tortoise out of the way, but I might have to dig something. Yeah, like a little offset. I think I said this earlier. Build like a little hole in the wall, I guess, to park the tortoises. That way I can actually... You know what I just realized? I didn't bring the trike with me. Ha. Hold on. I'm going to pause. I'll bring it back. Be right back. See, this is what happens when you get distracted. Okay. There we go. So we have our trike now. And now we just need to follow the road. There we are. And then I'm going to attach this thing to the back end and maybe give it a little bit more rear weight. Not sure how well that's going to work, but we'll give it a try. Let's go down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Where do I want to set this down at? Actually, if I can get it to set down alongside the batteries, that would be ideal, I think. Okay. Now we'll move over this way a little bit. And then, let's see, tip it up, forward, down, back, forward, down, and lock. There we go. Now we've got a little bit more weight on the back end, so that will work out. Go ahead and turn the batteries off. All right. There we go. Bringing our little trike with us. Okay, good to go. And we're off. All right, fun times. I'm hearing like, I feel like I'm hearing a little bit of clang. Oh, and then those front wheels are actually set up a little bit, so that way if I do hit a hill a little bit too hard, I'll have some additional, you know, protection there. Or hit a bump too hard or something like that. Is that the end? Where is my tortoise? I don't know, I can't see it yet. It's weird. Yeah, so having the trike on the end actually does kind of help with the stability a little bit. I mean, it's not like a huge help, but it is a little bit of a help. Because that battery is pretty heavy, and I'm putting it even farther back than the most behind battery. Farthest back battery? Oh, there's the tortoise. I see it. I knew that was going to happen. I'm still hearing like a clang. It's more like a tick tick sound. Or like a clink clink. Like somewhere between a tick and a clink. I don't know. It's weird. All right, just a little bit farther to go. And we're only at 15 minutes in the video, so that's good. We might actually be able to get this to where I think it needs to be. And then also, and by this I mean the road, get the road to where I think it needs to be. And also start working on the base a little bit. And it looks like we've got a storm rolling in because it is getting increasingly foggy. But luckily we're dealing with things that are going to be so close up that we're not going to need to be able to see. We won't be able to see long distance, but we won't need to be able to see long distance. So, all right. It looks like we are almost there. Sorry, I'm being silent, but there's not really much to say. I mean, you can see where we're going. We're just about there. All right, so there is the tortoise, or tortoise, if you don't want to use a weird pronunciation. Is that indentation enough? Don't know. Seriously, you're gonna get me stuck in the wheels? Okay, and we have rain. Rain out there, but not under here? Really? I would have thought we would have seen rain in here given the state of the game. See, like here, we can kind of see like rain over on that side dripping, even though we are technically under. But if you go over here, then you don't see any rain at all. So there must be a check to see if there's like something above the head, and then it changes the look of things. I don't know. Here I am talking about the physics of the game, and it doesn't really matter. Okay, actually, let me hop up here. Oh, right. Batteries aren't actually on right now, so batteries. Put these back onto auto. There we go. Okay, so do I need to get rid of anything? Okay, so I have all of this ice, so I'm going to put that in there. And the wastewater. Throw the organics in there. And then I do have some additional ice set up over here. And I use the tier 3 ones so I can put in more ice. Okay, so let me see if I can scooch off to the side here. Or at least enough for this thing to pass by. By this thing, I mean the road leveler. And I don't think I'm gonna have enough room. So I'm gonna have to dig that out a little bit. So I'm just gonna move it kind of out of the way. All right, that should work. All right, I need you to do your magic, if you don't mind. Okay, so first thing that you need to do on this is you need to set your wheels, the speed, very, very low. And so the reason for this, actually I think I might have gone 2.5. So the reason for this is because you can see how far forward the drills are compared to the wheels. And another thing that you'll notice when you're messing with these things, and also, is that, yeah, that looks about right. So when you're doing the right-click drilling, you'll notice that it digs out big chunks first and then like smaller chunks around the radius and then smaller like going farther out into the radius. And so what you want is for it to dig out as much as possible before the wheels that are determining like the overall pitch of the vehicle hits them, right? Sorry, quick drink. Drink of the morning, by the way, is Monster Energy Zero Ultra, as always, because it is delicious. And it only has 10 calories. So, okay. Num, 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 num. I think everything is good. All right. So, this is basically max speed right here. When I'm doing the drilling, you can see that it is a lot more stable, but it is very, very slow. And so when I was digging this thing out, this is how fast I was going the entire time. So you can imagine just how slow it was, which is why I didn't really do a video of it, because it would have, like, I would have had to put it through like a speed warp thing, whatever. And then we'll start digging out a little bit. And then we'll just continue going out a little bit. Kind of dig ourselves a nice little area in here. I think that'll be good for there. Now I'll just back it up. And make it as level as we can. I think that'll be good. Now I'll just straighten it out. And you can see how it's not actually taking anything out of the road, and that's because the road is already level. And then we'll just go in here nice and straight. And give ourselves a nice little parking space. And so you can see there's about 4 different so like each time that the voxels change, like as you're digging them out, it goes through 4 of those stages before the first wheel actually hits it. And that's kind of what you want. And that's actually pitching downwards, really. Huh. And we'll go over here and dig out this a little more, I think. It's actually digging out a little bit more of the floor, but that's fine. It's not an exact science, but it does get you pretty damn close, so pretty okay with it. Okay, so that'll be good. Okay. Now, I just need to back this guy out of the way, and then we can back the tortoise into there. It's not the most prettiest hole in the wall, but, you know, holes in the wall aren't supposed to be pretty, so. All right. So yeah, like I said, this is very, 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 very slow. Okay. So let me back the tortoise into there. If I can get up here. Not like that. But maybe like this. Yes, good. Okay. And then we'll just kind of back this into the hole. Just get it out of the way a little bit. Perfect. All right. Also, how am I doing on water and food? Could use a little more water. I think I went through like 10 or 15 water by the time I actually got this thing all drilled out. Oh, also, I needed to put that ammo into the tortoise. Yeah, there we go. Throw some of that in there. Throw some of that in there. Good to go. Okay, and then throwing everything onto recharge because we're at 88%. There we go. Whoops. I can't get out. I'm kidding. Okay, so we'll do it like this. There we go. And now we'll go in here. Turn it off. There we go. All right, road leveler, do your magic. Well, first we gotta get this thing kind of aligned again. And because this is gonna be so slow, I'm not gonna record the entire thing because we do have to go, I don't know, probably 500 or 600 meters. So it is gonna take a while, especially if we're only moving at 1 meter per second. So it's like 5 minutes of just me drilling. Okay. So the idea here is, because I want this to be pitched downward a little bit, I pay very, very, very close attention to where the crosshair is in relation to the artificial horizon. And so on my screen, what I want to see is the artificial horizon to be about 1 inch, so right around here, below the artificial horizon. And that gives me a decent enough downward slope that this thing doesn't start pitching forward. Because if this thing pitches forward, obviously it's going to dig a bigger hole in front, which is bad. So what I do is I will alternate between putting the drills down or up. And it's only like 6 degrees of difference here. But that 6 degrees of difference makes like a lot of difference. So let me go and get myself sort of situated. I want the outer drill on the left side to be sort of right at the edge of the mountain face. And then because we have this thing going so slow, you don't actually have to worry about your speed at all. So just keep holding forward and keep on drilling, and then just do small adjustments. And then you want to make sure that you're watching your crosshair and your artificial horizon. So right now we're just barely pitching downwards. So, but as we go with this particular angle on the drill bar, I guess is what I'm calling it, we will get to a point where that will drop down eventually. At least it's supposed to. Okay. Don't make me a liar now. Come on now. Okay, so we are slowly going down a little bit farther. So we're at about, I don't know, like 1/2 inch on my screen. And I feel like we need to go towards the edge a little bit more. And now it looks like we're going upwards. Come on now. But yeah, I mean, this is how the leveler works. It's got a 5-degree swing, 5-degree roll, I should say, which seems to be enough to not make anything too terribly crazy. And we're down at about 1/2 inch on my screen again. I'm going to move it a little bit more towards the edge. But yeah, it's just like little tiny minor adjustments that you make as you're going. Okay, it looks like the mountain itself is turning a little bit. And I haven't had to change the pitch of the drill bar yet, which is nice. Seemed like when I was doing it before, I was changing it like every other minute. And yeah, so if you take a look at the deformations in the front, sort of look right above the cockpit in there. So we're going through about 4 or 5 deformations before the first wheels hit, which means that we are drilling a decent amount out of the rock, which means that we're leveling it quite a bit before the wheels actually hit it. And so that's kind of what helps with getting this level. Whereas if I was worried about, you know, the forward weight, I guess. Now, if I wanted to kind of fix the weight of this thing, the weight distribution anyways, what I would probably do is off the back of that right there, I would extend a bar back over the cockpit, and I would put some counterweights on the back, like on the back end of the ship, or the vehicle, I should say. We are pitching down a little much now, so now we're just gonna angle this back up a little bit, and that'll bring us closer to where we need to be. But this will actually start bringing us upwards, up over the artificial horizon, which is what we don't want. So as soon as you start getting near it, you flip the drills back down again. And then it should start drilling back downwards. And then if you're looking at the crosshair in relation to the artificial horizon, you can see that we are very, very level. Even though the bar is kind of swinging around like crazy. But yeah, even with that, like it's still good. I want to get myself a little bit more towards the edge. You know what I should have done? I should have put like a GPS where I wanted this thing to end. Because right now I'm just kind of guessing. So... But yeah, and this is your road leveler. This is what you can use. You can use this to dig really big tunnels, paths along the mountains if you want. You could use it on relatively flat surfaces to kind of make everything a little bit flatter, I guess. So like it can remove rolling hills if you're careful about it. And so I think I might take this back down over the very first road that I was trying to do and just kind of go through and, I mean, now that I've got this thing pretty much tuned into where I want it to be, I'll just go over that road again. And, I don't know, kind of smooth it out a little bit because it's a little rough right now. So I think now that I actually know what I'm doing, I should be able to make it a pretty smooth road. Looks like the mountain is turning a little bit, so we're turning along with it. So what I usually try to do is to keep that leftmost drill even with pretty much the surface of the mountain. Maybe just inside the surface of the mountain, because then that ensures that I get a nice area for the wheels, a nice wide enough area for the wheels. So that way I'm not like accidentally driving off of the mountain, which would be terrible because this thing would get destroyed. And we are angling down a little much now. We're at about 3/4 of an inch. Now it's going up again, so it's making me a liar. Ooh. Okay, we need to back up. That little bit of a dip right there, that would have been very bad for this thing. And that was okay. I think we're still good. Yeah, we're still good. Yeah, I still get like those little freezes like every 5 minutes. I don't know if that's the game saving. That could be the game saving. But it does get kind of annoying. Yeah, so it just said that YouTube world was saved, so that's probably what that is. And we'll move out towards the edge a little bit more. Alright. And then I'm going to take the trike out pretty soon and see if I've gone far enough. Okay, looks like we're at about a 60-degree pitch on the mountain. I don't know why I called that out. It doesn't really matter too much, but yeah. This is how I dug that entire road so far, so. Sorry, that was an alarm. Okay. What are we at, 37 minutes in the video? Okay. Okay, I think here should be good for now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on to recharge. All right, let me get up here. That is not what I wanted to do. And that is also not, how do you drop directly below? That's just dumb. What I wanted to do is get onto here so that I could get, oh, I can just do that. Okay, that works. Okay, so we're gonna turn these on, turn that off, and then there we go. All right, so we have gone, and you can kind of see we have a very gradual pitch. So if I'm going straight along here, we are basically even the entire way. And then you can see that we are going down a little tiny bit. Not very much though. And then that is where the tortoise is. Right there. It's hard to see, but it is right there. So we haven't actually gone all that far. And in the trike we can get to where we are in like a few seconds, whereas it took us like 5 minutes just to get here in the actual road leveler. So that is what that does. I need to go out this way and see if we're in a somewhat better position. Okay, I think we need to go. So I'm trying to get this relative. Okay, so we are down at about that level, right? Okay, now I need to look behind me. Okay, hang on. Let me get myself straightened out. There we go. Okay, now we need to go. So all I'm doing here is I'm just kind of aligning myself with the base of the mountain base. Probably about right there. Okay. And then I just need to level my crosshair with where that should be going. And then right about there is where the GPS coordinates should be. Okay, and then GPS, end of road. Okay, so with that, we now have an idea of where we need to get to. So now all we need to do is just get there. And it's gonna take a little while. Yeah, we've got a little ways to go, so, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, and there we go, and there we go. Good to go. All right. So we've got a ways to go. I'm not going to record the entire thing. So I will resume when I get there. I'll be right back. Oh, and just real quick, you can see the GPS right here. So we've got about 1 kilometer to go. Yeah. I'll be back. All right, another quick change is I'm going to change the pitch of the hinge, this guy. Instead of -2, I'm going to make it -1. So we can get a little bit more downwards motion here. And then hopefully that'll help me get more of a downward pitch. All right, be right back again. Just wanted to point out that we have a guest over here. Looks like a thrush. But it's far enough away that I can't actually see it, but it's roughly at the level that I'm at, so it's a little scary. Anyways. I just realized something. The reason why it's getting difficult for me to get any downward pitch on here is because I have a counterweight on the back of the vehicle that I didn't have before. So that's why the angles are a little different. Oh, also, if you want to see what the bottom of this type of tree looks like, there you go. Nice little tree right there. It's one of the, I don't know, tall pine trees, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so that's why the angles are off, is because I have weight on here that I didn't have before. So you can see how much little things can affect this. So if you do build one of your own, you're going to have to figure out what works for your vehicle, and any changes to that, like adding a weight on the back end, will probably change the way that your vehicle operates. So, yeah, fun times. Also, I'm about halfway there. So, yeah, another 6 minutes or so, and I should be there. Actually, probably going to be more like 7 minutes because I'm only getting like 0.7 or 0.8 meters per second. So, yeah, fun times. All right, we're about 4/5 of the way there, about 80% there. And I just wanted to point out, where's my, go here. What, did the whole thing, no? Wait, hang on. There we go. Yeah, I just wanted to point out the planet and its moon right there. It's kind of pretty. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. So, 200 meters left to go. Here we go. All right, and here we are at the end of the road. Didn't quite hit the mark exactly on, but I mean that's pretty close. I think that's pretty close. All right, so now I need to dig out a little garage area, maybe? A little hole in the wall, I guess. And then we might actually turn it into a saloon, because we do have to build a base and a recharge station here, as well as the bridge starting to move over to the base of the mountain base. So let me just get myself kind of aligned here. And then we'll go ahead and dig out this wall. Okay, so that is wide enough for one vehicle. Okay, and now we just need to get it in here wide enough for an additional vehicle. And this snail-like pace is annoying, to put it simply. But I mean, this is what you need to do in order to make sure that you are drilling a nice, relatively even road, is to make sure that everything is even. And so to do that, you just need to go slow. Like a snail slow. Like, so slow it might actually make you go a little insane slow. Okay, that should work for that. Now I'm going to go through here and increase the speed of this guy. Let's see, we'll go up to 20. All right. All right, and then this is just to kind of level things out a little bit. Okay. That should be good. Now, it's a little close. But yeah, when you increase the speed, you can see that the amount that you kind of jump around increases as well. Actually, where are we in relation to that? Okay, we can move over some more. All right. Okay, so I think that will work. Turn everything off. All right. Ooh, there's quite a bit of a dip there. Huh. Oh well, I'm not worried about it. Okay, now I need to go and grab the tortoise and bring that over to here. All right, so and it is nice having just like this little thing that I can just fly around with, get to places quickly, pick things up. And it's small enough that it's actually, you know, you can actually attach it to things and it's not really going to make too much of a difference. I think it's around here somewhere. Yep, right there. I think we are somewhat where we need to be. Okay, there we go. So our little trike is locked down, and now all we need to do is, well, turn on the batteries, of course. There we go. Thank you. All right. That can go in there, and then that can go into there. And I'm going to grab myself another couple of water. Okay. And now we just need to drive. And then our max speed is set at about 20 kilometers per hour, which I guess is equivalent to about 5 meters per second. I could probably increase that a little bit, right? I don't know, it depends on how the wheels are doing, really. And if you're seeing that gas over there on the side, I've got 4 vents on the sides of the large cargo containers, and they're all set to depressurize, so I am slowly replenishing my oxygen supply right now as I'm driving. So works out quite nicely, I think. But yeah, so this is the road that I just dug, and it seems to be pretty smooth. We still have a kilometer to go. Yikes. But yeah, so we're moving at about 5 meters per second. Keep in mind the road leveler was moving 5 times slower than this going through here. So just to give you an idea of how long it actually took to dig just this little part here, just a little kilometer long part. It takes a while. Actually, what if I were to turn the thrusters on? Would it make me go any faster or no? 6, 7, 9. This is moving a little fast for the wheels. They're kind of bouncing around a lot. But if it gets us there faster. And then keep in mind this thing is loaded with parts. And also build and repair units. So if I do damage anything, it should be able to fix itself pretty quickly. There's the floating tree. This is crazy. But it's also a testament of the smoothness of the road too, because if this was rough, or any rougher I should say, like I would be breaking wheels probably. And there we are, end of the road. Okay, no, I need you to turn off. Okay, so here we are at the end of the road. And then that guy can probably back up a little bit more. you don't mind. There should be about good. All right. Oh, also, batteries off. There we go. Okay, so here we are. Beauty is here, I guess, sort of. I don't know. Okay, so the base of the mountain base should be directly down there. And it looks like we have a little clearing area, so I'm going to build sort of like a bridge out, and then we'll have our first stage of the elevator going down to that portion, and then we'll build out again and then have another elevator going down. So that's kind of going to be the idea. Now I just need to start building. I don't know if I can pull things out of here if the power isn't on. So I'll just leave the power on for now. First thing I'm going to do is build some infrastructure with some power on here. So that way we can, you know, get some power going. Okay, so we only have 3 minutes till we hit an hour. Eesh. Also, we want this to be gravity aligned, so that's going to be what? Gravity alignment. There we go. And we're going to set this down so it's roughly equal with the base of the road there. Maybe. Might be a little high. Okay, might be a lot high, but meh, it's fine. Oops. No, that did place right. Okay. And then also, to make sure that this thing doesn't get destroyed, let me see, panel, something panel. Yeah, this thing, control panel. And then I'm also going to grab those pieces out. Ooh, I need the small version though. Okay, this, small. Good. Good. Okay. Then we'll actually put that out here, because I know at least right here. Okay, so now this is now a smart grid. So the build and repair units should not take it apart, which is ideal. There we go. Not quite where I wanted you to go. Okay. And this thing is going to have to be a lot wider than this, but this is just kind of what I got so far. Okay. And then if I go farther this way, it'll be digging sort of under the road. Hello, can you go away, please? Thank you. And you. And you. There we go. Then eventually this will get to the point where it is just under the road, and I think we already got to that point, so that's good. Do I want you to be building that right now? Depends on how many plates I brought with me, but probably not. Okay, so build, no, BNR mobile turn you off for a second because I do need to save some of the plates until I can get some more infrastructure in here. Okay, so I still have 371, but I'm gonna need to build an assembler on here with that. So, yeah, we'll build this way a little bit more. Okay. And I think I need, what is it, like 120 plate for an assembler. So I should probably get that going now. Yeah, we can do an industrial one, I suppose. All right, so that has everything kind of on the sides and also on the bottom. So if I do it like that, then I can put the modules on the sides and on the top. So that should work. And I'm gonna grab all the pieces and parts. Do I not have enough computers? That could potentially be a problem. I thought I brought a lot of pretty much everything, but if I didn't, oh shit. Okay. How many computers are in these batteries? 4. Not enough. Okay, so I need to go on a computer run. So I'm gonna go and take the trike and do that. But we are at an hour. So I think I'm gonna end this video here, and then I'll get, all the things I need to do off camera. And in the next video, I will continue working on this base. I might do a little bit of work off camera. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. You did get to see the road leveler in action, so I think that is useful. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you will join me for the next one as well. So I will see you then. Have a good one.